I'm Mike Neal. I am a high priest within the Correllian tradition. Well, within the tradition, I basically have brought the skills of my private life into working with the tradition, and I head the CNT fundraising department. We have twice a year auctions. It's probably one of the sole sources of income for the tradition. And we also have a online store for our members that they can come and buy the books, regalia of the Correllian tradition. The Correllian community is very close and tight. For those that get involved with attending their temples, the various temples, monthly get-togethers, or where they celebrate Sabbats or Esbats. And I find it a very caring for one another. The community is really centered around a lot of links or groups through Facebook. So there's always a constant social media interchange between the membership, so that although you've never met somebody, you get to know them through Facebook postings and sharing that goes on there. It basically was a family tradition until mid-1970s, thereabouts. I'm sorry, my history, we don't have a class on history that we have to pass or fail, but and then at that point the decision was made to go public. And by going public, it was taking this teaching, this knowledge, and through word of mouth and then through integration into the media of the time, starting out with printed material into computer land. And right now, probably our biggest venue is the site where people can connect, as well as Facebook. Legal status, it's a 501c3 recognized organization as a fully federally recognized Wiccan tradition, the Correllian nativist tradition of Wicca. For me, Wicca is really going back to the basic elements. It's the integration of the elements of air, fire, water, and earth, and that we're all a part of, and through spirit, it's a blending of the energies of the world, the energies of the universe. And I look at it more as the universe being available for people to understand and acknowledge the universe and the creation of deity and what she created. Yeah, being a part of the tradition, it's whenever I've gotten involved in anything, whether it is in a spiritual sense or a more secular run of the day, it's to be a part of, to be there as an enabler, to support both through a spiritual sense and financial sense, actually, to commit to being a part of something and to hopefully help it to grow, to spread the word for those that are seeking, not trying to grab people off the streets, but to be there when someone has a question, or when they're questioning their own spiritual beliefs, and possibly being there with the answer that they need at that time. I would say the biggest part of what my practice is being with nature. So much of the calling, when I look at creation, when I look at the environment and around us, I just marveled about how there's such balance and there's so much out there to learn from. Before I entered this path, I would not have really noticed things like animals and nature, and although I enjoyed always working within the ground. I often say I like working with dirt. Well, I like the fact that you have to work with dirt to plant things and things like that. And before it was just doing it, but now understanding the balance. One of our terms we use is as above, so below. And so as we express in our surroundings what we do, we're really an expression of deity. I think the principal value is balance, again, that understanding what goes on around you. You can't necessarily change or react to everything that goes around you. It's how you process it within your mind and within your spirit, as far as what you can do to make change and what you can't really do to make change on the outward, but from I don't know, from an inner side that you can practice through magic and working energy to affect change. The principal value is really an alternative. That's really not an alternative. It goes back to ancient times, that before books were written, before denominations were created, mankind got on quite well with understanding that there was a higher existence, a creator, a deity, something that they're here for, and not through just happenstance, but that there was a working from long, long ago. And to me, Wicca is a return to that, to what the first people that walked on Earth, how they expressed, or how they felt and expressed to what we call deity. And they may have had any other number of names for the creation or the creator.